think I got everything hooked up right. Can you folks let me know if I'm 5x5, please? Trying something a little different tonight. Trying to do this from outside. Thought I'd switch it up, guys. Thank you, Nana. How's everybody doing this evening? I got to remember to look at the camera. I got everything spread out on the table. How y'all doing this evening? Hey, Liz. I'm going to take a minute or so and just figure out who's up in here. Marley, I see you. Big Red, thank you for being here. Flowgrown, Gina. It is awesome that I'm outside, right? Thank you for that. A lot of ingenuity went into this. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Bo. YouTube does do that from time to time, so I thought I would put a post over on the page just in case. I always get those comments after the fact where people didn't get a notification and they missed the live. And since we only live stream once a week, I figured I don't want anybody to miss it. Lena's Backyard Homestead, how are you doing? Yeah, Joe, I love the outdoors. What's new, son? John Smith, well, they trying to cancel America, John Smith. We got to talk about what we're going to do about that tonight, right? LG Homestead, howdy. Farmer's Son Prepping, what's up? First time here, Joe. Well, welcome, man. It's a pretty chill place. We run for about an hour on the live stream. Hey, Loretta, how are you? All right, so far, every name that I see in here I can pronounce. That's good. That's always good. Thank you really quickly for being here, and also thank you to the moderators that are here tonight. Again, I'm outside. And also, this will debut day after tomorrow. I filmed the MRE video. Patrons are going to get that early, but it should pop up day after tomorrow. What do you think? It's Friends themed, but it's knives. I just wanted to switch it up. If you guys like it outside like this and it works, we may start doing this. I'm trying to cut down on the lag. Last week, I noticed some freezing and stuff when I went in and rewatched it, and not cool. So I'm going to have to upgrade a computer at some point, I think. But right now, I'm like 5 feet away from the router on the inside. Doc, thank you for being here. So quickly, to touch on this morning's video, I've had many emails, son, of the ammo shortage we were talking about this morning. And I'd seen that there was an ammo hijacking in Mexico, but I did not realize there were 7 million rounds taken. Did you folks know that? I saw the story when I was skimming through the news, but I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. They were taken in Mexico, mostly AR, and I think it was M16 rounds. Do you guys think that is random, or do you think that's setting up for something else? Prepper Days, Tim the Beard, Scott, North Carolina, brother. What's up? Honey Badger. Didn't know that. Honey Badger, I knew, but I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. Believe it, Keith. Okay, that's also possible. To be honest with you, Keith, I didn't even think about that. It could cover story for some ammunition taken off, in plain sight. Setting up for something else, that's what I'm worried about. It's a lot of ammunition. Does look suspicious. It does now that I think about it. He woke me up a little bit on that one. Peaceful Warrior, hello, how are you doing? Mostly 22, Joe. Well, there may have been a lot of 22. The article I read a little while ago said AR and M16, but it could be one of those deals where it was a variety, or maybe they don't know. I don't know. This was coming off of, I think it was CBS News or something. So who knows? It's going somewhere, right? Because it's not on the shelves of any of the stores here locally. I can get it online. Homestead Homeboy, North Carolina, what's up? Elkin, I know where you at, son. It's not on the shelves here at any of the stores. I can get it online, but it's way overpriced, you know. Never thought I would see ammo priced the way that it is. And somebody made the statement last week. It's very true. It's not going down anytime soon. So if you have an opportunity to get it, I mean, it may just be time to pony up extra money. Forrest, man, Forrest, that picture kills me every single time I see it. We're going to do, I'll tell y'all the details on the knife giveaway here in a little while. But we're definitely going to do that. Kill me with that picture, man. Lori, man. Grab what you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Meat. We're going to talk about it, meat here shortly. Miss Nation brought some stuff to my attention today when we went to Wally World. So there you go. Macy Gray, did y'all see this? This is like the headline news today. She's trying to cancel the U.S. flag, which is why I chose the thumbnail art. I was going to go with Chevy Chase from Vacation in honor of Father's Day tomorrow, but I had to switch it up because old Macy Gray. Gin's bad in stores. I did not know that. Maybe I dreamed it. Did anybody else see the Macy Gray story? Oh, never mind. Farmer Son Prepping has seen it. Marley has seen the story. Independent Marine, how you doing, brother? So yeah, she and I'm quoting here. I wrote this quote down. Eric, good evening. Macy Gray said that the American flag was tattered, dated, divisive, and incorrect. And that sounds like the race card to me. It sounds like, to me at least, the race card is tattered, dated, divisive, and incorrect. But she was calling for Puerto Rico to be added to the flag as a star. DC to be added to the flag as a star. And the stripes are too white. She wants off-white. White is now this offensive, folks. I got to read the chat for a second. What do y'all think about this? She wants to do away with the white stripe. Yeah, Nana. They can't get rid of the color fast enough. It offends so many people, I guess. Wow. Danetta, yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And it's just going to get worse, folks. It's not about the flag. You guys realize this, right? It's not about the flag. If we change the flag, it'll be something else, right? They're going to come for the 4th of July, Independence Day. You better not celebrate it. If you celebrate it, you're going to be an infidel at some point very soon. I understand, Bob. I understand. I did not serve, but, you know, I've had plenty of family in the Army. Miss Nation, who is over here, she won't say hi. She's on her phone. She's had family members in the Army as well. And it's a slap in the face to anybody that has served, honestly. I mean, it's just, it's not about the flag, right? It's about, they want our history gone in this country. They want our patriotism gone. They want, I guess you would call, a victim mentality over the American dream. Do y'all remember the American dream? Or did I dream that? Nana, I mean, that's a fair point. I'm still going to celebrate Independence Day. You know what I mean? Miss Nation, they're telling you hi. Can you at least say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Did y'all hear that? I do not have a made-up wife. She's over there. She helped me set this stuff up. And she told me, I'm in a kitchen chair. And she told me if I break this chair or I get stains on it, she's going to kill me. Graveyard dead. But it's about an assault on our country. We talked about this early this week. We talked about how they are going to try and strip mine everything patriotic away from this country, and they're going to try and install communism. This is how they do it. It's 101. I was on Twitter earlier today. I don't remember what I said, but I was defending the flag, and somebody called me. I think I got called a Nazi for defending the American flag. and I just ignored it or whatever. I mean, it's the greatest flag in the world. If you guys are international, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend you, but I mean, we're the last free country on earth, and we're losing our freedoms little by little, and it just sucks. So I'm going to encourage you, and we'll talk about this later in the live stream. I'm going to encourage you this 4th of July. Somebody made this point last week, and if she's in here, thank you. I don't want to get it confused and name off somebody wrong here, but she said, don't call it the 4th of July, call it Independence Day. We need to remind people what the 4th of July is all about. And I thought that that was really, really good advice. So thank you for that. On the 4th of July, Independence Day, tear it up, son. Get the fireworks out. Biggest one since 1776. See how many people we can offend. I agree, Vivian. You know, don't do it out of malice. You understand? But be an American. Don't feel bad about being an American, okay? So this one, I caught this story right before I came out here, and y'all going to have fun with this one, son. Lori Lightfoot. Anybody ever heard of her? I agree, Bob. 1776. What's wrong? What's wrong with celebrating being a country? I had this discussion a while back with somebody on social media, and they were totally against nationalism. I said, look, nationalism is not a bad thing when done correctly over another country. And they said, well, that's unchristian. I said, look, you don't want to send billions of dollars in aid to other countries when we have veterans dying of exposure. Put your country first. That's nationalism. Don't take it to the extreme, but look, Big Bad John, tell him, Thomas. James Cagle, Beetlejuice, yeah. Yeah, Lori Lightfoot. So the Chicago Bears, I don't watch football anymore. I hadn't watched it in a while, but I still don't have the American flag in my emojis, Forrest. They probably took it away. It's probably too offensive now on YouTube. Who knows? But the Chicago Bears have actually placed a bid on Arlington. There's a spot in Arlington, Illinois, that is a racetrack that's up for sale. Like, I think it was a horse racing track, and the Bears won out of Chicago. I think they're under contract until, I think I read 2033, but they're talking about litigation. They're talking to court because she's guilty of it. It's a dereliction of duty. She's not doing her job. And so they're trying to break the contract and get out of Chicago. And she was Danita. Yeah, I just saw it a while ago myself. How bad is your city when, because the last time I watched football, the Bears were horrible, but they had a lot of fans. They had dedicated fans. So ticket sales not a problem for these folks. They want out because the city sucks. They want out because the leadership is not keeping the city safe. Hit them in the wallet. Exactly, Keith. I see that, Steve, but I don't know if I should touch it here because I might get flagged. But absolutely, I agree with you 100. Yeah, let me see how many people we got in here. I'm sorry, I got to scroll up and down here, folks. It's ridiculous. Got quite a crowd in here. So if you're brand new here, apparently we have a lot of new folks here at Prepper Nation. I appreciate y'all being here. This is one of the more chill. There are other communities that are chill. I know Papa Prepper was just streaming. I watched a little bit while I was doing my notes, and it's very chill over there as well. Really, Prepper days. Video freezing. After I moved everything out here this close to the router. This is insane. Talon, did they really take the flag emoji out? Because I remember using it on YouTube at some point. I see the flag. Well, some of y'all done been put on a list or something. Some people are seeing the flag and some are not. Some people are getting some freezing and some aren't. I tell you what, I mean, if it's freezing really bad and I go back and I see it and I'll just upgrade the computer. I mean, at this point, I mean, that's all we can do. Comcast done a brother. We look, she's out here. Miss Nation's out here as my witness. We have the top internet package and the newest router that Comcast has. So it's either the computer or it's Google. Big Red does not see the flag. If you can see the flag, raise your hand. Do y'all still have hands on there? That's insane. It's sad that this country has gotten so ashamed of its own flag that they would start removing that stuff, you know. There's some hand raising going on. Uh-oh. You're getting Googled. Nothing would surprise me. I could go out tomorrow and get a $4,000 computer, you know, excellent Wi-Fi card. Google still be on me, son. And for what? That's the thing that triggers me. That's the thing that triggers me is we're talking about the American flag and Independence Day. You know, and to get lagged on for that is just, it's ludicrous, man. Good thing I got it tattooed on me. Really, Don? I did not know that. Well, there's all that. So the Portland riot squad resigns. Do you folks see this? Speaking of bad leadership, it's tyrannical. I agree, Aaron. I do. I saw something about that, Chuck. I don't know that much about it. Definitely not enough to talk about it. Dave Horton, thank you for being here. We just got done talking about the flag being canceled by Macy Gray. Now we're talking about the Portland riot squad, the whole riot squad, citywide. They just resigned. I think they kept their jobs as police officers, but they're no longer going to be responding to riots. And I can't say that I blame them. How do y'all feel about it? I don't blame them personally because they've been demonized for trying to do their job, you know. Always learning. I agree. I'm sorry, Bo. I'm doing everything within my power not to be buffering. But unfortunately, I have issues with Google and they have issues with me. I don't blame them either, Catbird. I mean, really, yeah, they have exactly. They have no support. Who said that? Dave Horton. Exactly. Who wants to go out, respond to this nonsense? They're tired of babysitting. You know, they're having to babysit these people like children. I got bugs all around me. Hold on. I'm prepared. I got a tiki torch out here, son. There we go. Well, one of those tabletop deals. There we go. That ought to keep them back. They're tired of babysitting these people that are just, you know, kicking in windows of stores and robbing places and looting and all this stuff. And they get sent out there to stop it. But then when they go out to stop it, now they're the bad guys. LJ, let society go without the police for a while. We country boys will sit here and wait. That's right. They're not going to do that in the country. They do this in the cities and only liberal cities. Have y'all noticed that? Dawn, Portland does, and there are several other cities that really have tyrants. States, entire states. You ever heard of California? They have a tyrant running that place. Michigan. I feel bad for people that live in Michigan. It's all political. It is, Dave, but it affects, it affects real people. I'm not so much worried about CVS or whatever. There were a bunch of, I think CVS is moving out of Los Angeles, but they'll move somewhere else. I'm worried about the little people that have the family businesses. They're just getting robbed, man, and nobody's helping them out. Liz, thank you, man. Thank you for that. Hopefully you're better. I did see where you weren't feeling well, and I meant to ask you this morning in live chat, and then the video, and it was a short video. Thank you for that. James, the Southern Prepper. I got smoke. We loaded that tiki torch down. They wouldn't be breathing long if they tried it in the country. People that live out in the country, they just handle things differently. Like our sheriff's electric fly swatter. We actually have one of the electric deals. We ordered on Amazon, Dawn, and it sucks. But people that live out in the country just deal with it differently. Like, you put up a couple posted signs, and if somebody would have to be an idiot at that point to come onto your property and cause chaos, and things. Northern Cow Prepper Jason, thank you. Welcome to the coffee club. Sheriffs respond pretty quickly. Sandy, the same thing, And what I was going to tell you folks earlier is the way that we fight back, I think, is being patriotic. This seems to be the one thing that triggers the left and drives them to the point of insanity. They can't stand it when you are patriotic and you're unapologetic about it. Be proud of it. Be proud of being American, like Lee Greenwood, son. When did that ever become wrong? Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. So, speaking of Los Angeles and the lunacy, shoplifting. You folks see where the shifting now, and some of the other smaller crimes are not being punished. They're not. People are just walking in, stealing, and taking off. They're not even running. People aren't stopping them anymore in Los Angeles. And this is where I was talking about the CVS is moving out. A lot of those are, and now they're complaining there's not enough pharmacies in Los Angeles because CVS is pulling so many out. But what do you expect these people to do? These companies, they're not going to continually lose money. They'll put up with the nonsense for a while. Target, every so often, they get broken into, or Starbucks, they'll put up with it because they want to pacify people on the left. But when it's continually happening to them nonstop and they continue to lose money, they're going to move. There's a reason people are moving from California and moving to Texas and taking their wealth with them. People are just sick, man. They told me no shoplifting in Michigan when I asked. Is that you talking about they're not prosecuting it, or when you walk in the door, they're like, no shoplifting now? Dylan, depopulation. It does have some to do with that. Yeah, absolutely. Liberal areas will turn into wastelands. They're headed there fast. So for example, Los Angeles again, they're not prosecuting crimes. They got homeless everywhere. And it's not just it used to be that they were like in the city center and they knew which areas to avoid. There are tent cities here and here. They're everywhere now. They're starting to set up shop near gated communities and stuff. And now that's why we're seeing people move, I think. Hey, son, Outlaw Army 77. How are you doing? Carpenters, Self-Reliance. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. I agree for law and order, but backing the blue as a movement. I just saw where that's now racist. I saw this earlier on social media. They're saying if you back the blue now, you're a racist. So if you're an LEO out there, remember this when it comes time to make that decision. So we hit 35,000 subscribers this week, in case y'all haven't heard. And first of all, I want to know, and be honest, y'all don't have to, you know, fluff it up or anything, because I'm sitting out here on my front porch with smoke hitting me in the face. How high do you think we can go here at Prepper Nation? Well, y'all don't have to tell me congratulations. We have all been here, most of us, since day one. I see a lot of names that I saw when I had 38 subscribers, you know. So it's a team effort, definitely. Not to sound like corporate America or anything. How high do you think we can go? DIY Dad, that is awesome. Thank you. So here's the deal with the K-bar knife. And somebody was asking, man, Forrest, it might have been you. I don't remember now. No, we're not giving a K-bar trench knife to every single person here at the Nation. I don't roll like that. Miss Nation can tell you my pockets ain't that deep, son. We're going to be giving one away tomorrow on this page, right here on the channel. I'm going to post like a 2-minute video, and literally all you have to do to enter is like the video, leave a comment. You can leave whatever you want. You can leave Lori Lightfoot Beetlejuice. You can leave the American flag if you can find it on your computer via Google, whatever. And the reason for this is I run it through, and I'll film when I run it through. There's a random generator here on YouTube, and it'll spin through and it'll pick one comment. And whichever comment that picks, yes, Raka, for a K-bar. Whichever comment gets picked, I'm going to buy the knife on Amazon and have it shipped directly to you, okay, to the winner. Now, you have to like the page and be subscribed here. Otherwise, you're never going to see the video. And it will be coming out tomorrow. Wait until church is over. We'll fill up the video. I'm going to run it for an entire week, so everybody has a chance to see it that wants to see it and wants to enter, okay? Some people are like, I ain't clicking on it. I ain't leaving a comment, and that's fine. If you don't want the knife, maybe you already got one. That's totally okay. It'll be tomorrow, USA Prepping, because we have, you know, 35,000 people here at the Nation, and we only have 360 here at Shotgun. So I want to give everybody a chance. Did I win Militant Roots? I was hoping you'd send me one. But, and you know what? The mods are entered for this, but just so there's no confusion, and I feel like I'm a gambling man tonight. I won $3 on a lottery ticket earlier that Miss Nation bought me. If it, for whatever reason, picks a moderator to win the K-bar, I'll run it through again, and I'll make sure a non-moderator also wins a knife, okay? So there you go. Look for it tomorrow. Again, I'm not going to take up much of your time tomorrow. To be like a 2-minute video, and it will literally say giveaway, okay? Post your loadout. Why would I do that exactly, Robert? I've done videos of like the bug out bags and things, but I'm not going to throw all of my preps on here. That would be insane. I don't understand prepping channels that do that, to be honest. I'll go through them every now and then, you know, certain preps, MREs and things, but to throw them all out there, that's just too much info. You know what I mean? So time to snitch on some people. What I do is I dive in for those that are brand new here. We have a Facebook, we have a MeWe, we have a Telegram, and a few others that I can't pronounce. Absolutely, American Trucker, absolutely. We have social media all over the place. The moderators can drop you a link if you're interested. But what am I gonna? I dive in there once or twice a week, and whatever is being talked about on the social media, I write it down for Shotgun Saturday Night, okay? So let's get started with this, okay? I agree, Giant Caulk Machine. Great name, by the way. Facebook. And the last name has been protected. You know, I'm going to hide it to protect the innocent here. Rob. pooed himself because a fighter jet flew overhead. Yeah, I know, right?
I seen that this week.
Yeah. So yes, a fighter jet flew over Rob's house. And I'm sorry, Rob, I'm not throwing your last name out here, but he felt the need to tell the Facebook community that he pooed himself, I guess, from the sound of the fighter jet. It happens, son. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's happened to me per se, but to each their own. My only thing is, if you pooed yourself, hopefully you had prepped some toilet paper. Hopefully he's not in the chat right now. If you are, I'm just having fun with you, brother. But I did see that. Exactly, Joseph. Don't at least not all of them. You know, show some of them. That's fine. I get it. It's a prepping channel. People want to see it, but I'm not going to throw them all out here. I'm not going to do like a laundry list of I got this many boomsticks, this many. And they've also been talking about storing baking soda and powder in Mylar. Does anybody in chat do this? It can be done. I would think that, like, if you were using an absorber, it would harden up after a while. But people are using the poop emoji. Don't have the flag anymore, but we got the cartoon poop emoji. Isn't that something? That's more important than all the people that have fought for our country. Honey Badger, yes. Honey Badger does it. Thank you, Axeman. I picked this up. Again, we were in Tennessee. That's why we had some pre-recorded stuff this past week. And I got this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. If you've ever been there, it's awesome. They got a website and everything. But they do this with different TV shows and stuff. I got a G.I. Joe one too, but it's all knife themed. Joanne, how are you doing? You had baking powder that blew up in my face and all over the kitchen. Sound like a hand grenade when it went off. Sorry, I just caught the tail end of that. American Trucker. For those that don't know, American Trucker obviously is a trucker, and he's a nation member. And he says, still see UN vehicles moving by train from time to time. They claim it's just because it's being built here. Keep an eye on that if you don't mind. James says, yeah, don't use an absorber. Neck knife, yeah. If I don't mess the microphone up. It's called a Raptor. I actually got this through BattleBox. It's extremely sharp, which is why I carry it. It's little bitty, but it does the trick. And please, I've got a chain right now. What happened was it came with a paracord necklace. Paracord started to fray, so I was not happy about that. So I actually had to order a paracord necklace for this Joker. Axel Road is putting the toilet paper emoji. I didn't even know there was a toilet paper emoji. Dave Jones, it is, and it takes a long time to go through. We were down there, I got the shirt, but I got a canteen, upgraded a canteen. I got a few other things. I don't really remember right off. Nothing big, nothing huge. Yeah, tactical scarf for Outlaw Prepper, who is my beautiful wife's uncle. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all know Outlaw Prepper. All right, so the folks on MeWe had a very important question, and I'm going to pose it to you tonight. I think that it is, but we shall see. Is the 22 rifle indispensable on Homestead for survival? Nana P said, Uncle Jack. Yeah, Uncle Jack. Good old Uncle Jack. Good old Uncle Jack. He's a trip. Jack is just like he is on camera. When y'all see him on camera, he's like that all the time, 24/7 when he's not sleeping. 22 LR is good. A must. Absolutely. I think so too. Especially with the Freedom Seed right now, right? The price and everything. It's about all you can afford. DIY dad, I agree. It's good for a lot of things. It is not the end all be all. So, second question, since you brought that up, what is the end all be all? Is it the AR? I know we got an AR crowd. I know we got an AK crowd. Um, there's a shotgun crowd, believe it or not. I'm kind of in on that one. What do you guys think is the end all be all? If you could pick only one boomstick, 303, AK or AR, well, which one, Militant? Which one do you prefer? I lean to the AR, but shot the AR. Have never shot an AK, so I can't tell you absolutely 100% that it's better. 12 gauge, I actually do like the 12 gauge. 9mm, okay. Big fan of AKs. Militant, I've heard, again, I've never shot one, but I've heard if they're set up properly, that they will actually outperform an AR. I guess that's true with most guns, though, right? Moss and Nagant. There you go. Independent Marine. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, American Trucker, we were talking about that earlier. The ammo being stolen, and somebody brought up an excellent point. Wasp spray, well, it's better than nothing, Liz. You know, it's cheaper too. That it might be a cover story. That might actually be ammunition moving into some shady hands. Not that that's, concrete or anything, but somebody brought that up and it kind of woke me up a little bit. James, shotguns cover all. They do. I like the shotguns for, inside. If it came down to it now, I'm not going to be hunting too many things with it. I ain't going deer hunting with a shotgun, but Big German, how are you? I just saw you in here. Thistle Moon. So yeah, that's MeWe. Now Telegram, which is an app on the phone, folks that are interested, you may or may not be. They were talking about reusing jars from store-bought food. Any of y'all do this? We've done it from time to time, but only on certain things. I try and be crafty about it. My wife calls me a hoarder. Yeah, Philip, it will. I do it all the time, Linda. Wish I could get Telegram, B&B Home. I'm pretty sure it's free on the phones, but they do ask for your phone number. So some people back immediately off of that, especially in 2021, and I can't blame them for that. Dry canning. I've used mayonnaise jars to can. Bonnie. It's... I know he's in here too. Joseph, I know you're in here. He's always talking about over on Patreon canning lids. Can never find canning lids. Where are all the canning lids? Anybody else having this trouble? Miss Nation says the Amish. Check the Amish stores if you have any nearby. Telegram is a spy app, period, like the rest. Finally got full solar on my van. I would say in this heat, panic, I would say in this heat, that is awesome. Scott's having trouble finding canning lids. I haven't looked in the past week, probably week and a half for canning lids, to be honest. But we're not huge canners, We need to be. Miss Nation, we need to be.
Yeah. I did it growing up, but I don't want to do it now.
She said she did enough of it growing up, and she's not particularly fond of it.
You can get them on Amazon right now, 120 pieces for $26.99.
She said that they are available on Amazon right now. 126 pieces for how much, baby?
$26.99.
$26.99. Now, I don't know if these are good canning lids, what brand they are, you know, if forced labor was used to make them. I don't know. You guys know how that works.
It was the jars.
My local China Mart has plenty. Well, there you go. The last time I checked, ours did, but like I said, I haven't checked in a while. Biden's meeting with Putin. My wife loves Putin's last name, Vladimir Putin. Did you folks see that meeting or see any news reports on that meeting where Biden got his lunch eaten? Did you guys see the photo, like the photo op from it? And Putin's just sitting here like, you know, he's a greaser from the 1960s, and Biden's got his legs crossed like a little choir girl or something. It was a disgrace. He really did. I don't remember how many it was, like 15 or 16 things he said were off limits for hacking. I remember seeing this when we were in Tennessee, is when it went down. He gave him the list. He's like, now, no hacking this stuff. Otherwise, you know, we may take action. I'm like, so basically you're telling him it's okay to hack the rest of it, son? He tried to talk tough. We knew it was going to happen. We were talking a couple of weeks ago about it. Putin knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Milton, he made the U.S. look incredibly weak because right now we are. Our leadership is, at least. I don't think we, the blue coats, are. But he's, how can I put this in a nice way? He's not the strongest leader we've ever had. He's not the strongest leader we've had in the past 5 years. He's dumber than a sack of hammers. Well, Scotty, that's another good way of putting it. Jackery, Kurt, anything by Jackery. They make solid solar. They are kind of expensive, but if you're going for a solar setup, you know, you're paying on the front end or you go end up paying on the back end anyway. Potato Joe, Honey Badger says. Yeah, I saw that. Tiny Titan, did you switch your name? I recognize the picture, but the name sounds different to me. Maybe it's just a lack of sleep, but I did see that the GOP is wanting him to be tested and everything. And now the GOP is so bad, even though the left was calling for the same thing, you know, when we had Trump. Trump posts a picture with Taco Bell and all of a sudden they want him tested, you know. Reagan done better with dementia than Biden. I agree. I mean, the man walked in when he was over there for the summit. He walked into a cafe and for several seconds did not even realize it was a cafe. His wife had to walk him out. He thought, hey, I'm here. Son, I'm at the UN. These are the free leaders of the world, and they're all eating turkey sandwiches. Let's go sit down and have me a turkey sandwich. Miss Nation wants me to clarify that although she does not can a lot, she does cook a lot. She's an excellent cook. I don't want to get myself in trouble, so let me clarify that. Good day, Tracy. Good day, mate. Same here, Dylan. All right, let's see here. I mean, we were talking about meat earlier. So we were up in China Mart. I know we shouldn't have been there, but we were. We go there way too much, I might add, Miss Nation. But the first thing she says to me is meat's up. The meat's up. And she's not saying this in a provocative way. Y'all know what I'm saying? She's not talking about that. She's talking about the meat, you know, there in the deli and everything. And it was way up. And I guess I'm asking what's the prices like in your area? I'm glad somebody got that Northern Cow Prepper. What is it? Somebody said earlier chicken was up. Chicken's been up here for a long time. Yeah, this was beef today. And there were a lot of holes too. $10 for 2 chicken breasts. I hope they are tasty. Swamp Bottom Living. Food line is cheaper for meat, Lauren. That is a phrase I thought I would never hear in my life. The food lines that we have in this area are astronomical. People around here laugh at Food Line because their price is so high. Wings are most pricey.
And the produce is horrible this year.
They suck next. I mean, folks, we know the thing is, I think $2.20 for a pound of bacon. Is that good or bad?
That's good. Ours is $3 something.
Ours is actually higher. Mame's, she said it's a little over $3 here a pound. But y'all probably have the good bacon. Ours is fatty here. The Chinese restaurants are even having a hard time finding cats. Big pictures of cats on milk cartons and stuff like that. Rack of ribs cost $31.
Ours are not that expensive.
Strip steak $14.99. Y'all got her over it. Miss Nation's in tears over here. She loves steak. I'm not huge on steak. I can eat it, but I prefer chicken. But it's all up now. Somebody said the other white meat. Cat. Kurt, I've heard that before. It's hilarious. The prices are going to continue to soar, guys. We know this for a fact. Eventually, we're going to see either an economic reset or total collapse. I mean, there's no two ways about it, right? The hacking is going to continue because of Biden and his little bitty things hanging down from his waist that Putin just took advantage of. The hacking is going to keep coming. There is definitely a war on food and water. If you do not believe me, check out Ice Age Farmer here on YouTube, and he will convince you in about 2 seconds. And urban violence, it's eventually going to spill out. So just keep prepping. Yeah, folks, it's eventually going to spill out of the cities. You know, she said there's good deals on Augustin Farms this week. Somebody posted that on Facebook, and next thing I know, she's in there ordering Augustin Farms with, Rudy's got the discount code on that. And I'm like, honey, I sell Ready Wise. I may have to switch it up, though. Chicken liver costs more than chicken. Prepper mind. That's
nasty.
I mean, it's a sign of the times, though, you know. Not fans of chicken liver here. I hope not, Chris, but I mean, that's really what they're pushing for. Either that or a communist capitalist. They hate capitalism. They hate patriotism. Talon. Well, she's here. She's just sitting in the dark drinking sweet tea. She doesn't drink coffee. Y'all believe that? She was going through we got a chest freezer out back, and she was going through the chest freezer earlier, and she's like, do you need any of this coffee sitting out? Because half of the chest freezer is like bagged coffee. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, son. I still got 15 bags on the shelf. And yeah, she loves tea. She doesn't drink coffee. So crime is up. Filled her cart with $600 worth of stuff. Walked out and pushed the buggy up the road. She was caught, but that stuff never happened. Extreme cowgirl. People are just, the problem is once you set the bar, especially in urban areas, and you show people, hey, we're not going to do anything about the crime. People see that, and then they just get used to it, and they continue to do it. You're going to see people piling on. But as more wealth moves out of the cities, pharmacies and grocery stores and things, because it's coming, these people aren't going to be packed in like sardines in a place, like Portland, and just sit there and starve to death. they're going to spill out. They're going to try their luck at some point. So we need to prep for that. So we're just going to spend a few minutes here on chat, if that's okay. What do you folks have? What do you want to talk about here? Other than pooing yourself, please. Smash the thumbs up. Thank you, farmers. We can definitely talk about that. Chicken liver is catfish bait at my house. I can see that. Yeah. Don't come to Nebraska. Hey, Lisa. Quickly, for everybody that sent mail this week, thank you very much for that. I covered it, I think, in a video this week at the beginning of the video. But again, thank y'all. Blackout coming, Robert. That's very possible because of Russia and Ukraine. When I was reading on that this week, I need to stop that so I can cover that in a second. But the whole Russia and Ukraine thing, Ukraine is yelling at us, saying, look, Russia is cyber hacking us. They're trying everything they can, and they're using Ukraine as a testing ground before they hit the United States. Dylan says, are detention camps on the horizon for UN for folks that don't have this? 3 months ago, I would have said maybe, but now I'm saying probably at some point they're going to push it to there. Gene, thank you very much. I'm glad to be done, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, detention camps, who knows? It's hard to say for sure, but man, they're pushing the snot out of that. Better be stacking silver and gold. The dollar is going to crash. Forrest, I totally agree. It is either going to completely bottom out into a Great Depression, or they're setting it up for the digital reset. Then they can reset everything and pretend everything's okay, and they can scam us once again for another 100 years. Brian Keith Prepper, he ain't pulling any punches. He said, bring it on. Sharp Canines, history. Swamp Bottom Living. I can't say that on here, but you're absolutely right. Thank you for posting that. Keep stacking silver. We are, Dave. Piece here, piece there. If I find a deal, sometimes I'll get 4 or 5. But yeah, we are. And I get that, the whole argument you can't eat silver. I do get that. But you got to have some. The prepping preacher. Yeah, I believe so. The prepping preacher, we talked about that this morning. There's getting ready to be a lot of people in bad shape when it comes to, rentals and things like that. Because the money, the back owed money is not just forgiven. They don't just get rid of it. Banks just don't turn a blind eye to that kind of money. And landlords, they're still going to want their money. Thank you, Axeman, for that. And a fox, number 1. Thank you. Hello from Delaware. How are you doing? Swamp Bottom, thank you for being here. We're just going to be on for a few more minutes anyway. I don't want to stream over top of anybody, here in the community. Estimated 30 million homeless. And that's a crazy number, because when you factor in the homeless that we already have, to add 30 million more homeless people to the equation, that is going to devastate this country. It's going to tear a lot of lives up. Gas prices here, that's a good question, actually, Catbird. I think are $2.79 a gallon for like the regular, which is what I use in the hoopty. I don't use the rich people gas. You use the regular for a while, and then when you get some knocking, you just replace something. You know what I mean? Kim, that is correct. Huge strain on our system as well. And Kim, I'll go ahead and say this. The group that you just mentioned will get preferred treatment over the people that are supposed to be here and are homeless and also our veterans, which I think sucks. Yeah, carpenters, self-reliance, complete mayhem. Again, a strain on, look at the economy now, and then you factor that in. It's going to be hard to find a lot of things when that happens. If that number is accurate, going to be Mad Max in certain areas, bigger cities especially. The time is near. There is no contingency plan. They don't know what to do for the people that we already have that are homeless. They don't care, especially these liberal cities. All they care about is getting reelected so they can stay in office. They don't care about the rest of it. It's all white noise. But up until now, they've been able to hide the homeless problem. They'll put it in a certain area of the city and leave them alone and crack down everywhere else. Well, now there's so many, they can't hide it anymore. It's a huge issue. Yeah, American trucker, these folks are going to be dangerous, you know. Maybe there are a few of them that are preppers, but most of them I would gamble and say they're not preppers. They're not going to know what to do. And people that are desperate like that, they'll do anything, which is what we're going to talk about tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to go over an email that somebody here at the Nation got from a non-prepper, and it's not good. Kurt, hopefully sometime soon. I'm tired of paying taxes. I'm sick of it. Let's see here. Erikel, I guess hopefully I'm saying that right. You can always reach out and email me if you need to, okay? That goes for anybody in here that's in that situation. Catbird, they really do. So before we shut it down, I just want to remind y'all, tomorrow we're going to have a premiere as usual, and then sometime during the day, probably around lunchtime, I'll drop like a 2-minute video, and it will be marked giveaway. And this will be the one you need to comment on if you want to enter for the K-Bar trench knife. It's like $100 knife, folks.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, $100. I know.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Please, if you don't mind, like and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're brand new here, so you will get the notification tomorrow and you won't miss the giveaway video. And I want to close with this, okay, guys? They're trying to cancel patriotism. And I say, and this is just me, son, I say we have the biggest Independence Day since 1776. Fireworks, cookouts, the whole 9 yards. If it triggers people, it triggers them. You know what I mean? But yeah, Forrest, right? But there you go. God bless y'all, and y'all have an incredibly good rest of your night.